I was reading over, your talk with Jacob and being here and stuff. I'm curious, why now out of all the times? Because you've been in class for like 3-4 months now. So what made you decide
Um,
to come now?
so I felt like I was kind of getting a lot out of the classes, and I just wanted to expand on that a little bit more.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I know recently, our lessons, like me talking to you specifically, have become a bit more abstract, a bit
Yeah.
more, even talking about like the mentality side of things and self awareness and stuff like that. So, um, just in terms of today, I always do try in my coaching sessions, of course, to give as much concrete takeaways as possible. So, like, I always try to ask some semblance of what's your goal for the session. But like, if you had one thing you could walk away from today that's like actionable or like something you at least feel like you can understand better moving forward, like what is that? Because I see timer, but I don't know exactly what that means.
Um, so I think I don't actually know for sure what that is, and I think we. Okay, so initially, in a lot of your classes, you say things like, okay, you need to think about X every like minute or every 2 minutes or something. Like you need to think about something, and I realized that I don't really have conscious control when I play Dota.
Interesting.
I I think I've actually found the solution to that, which is that I put on a metronome with like 1 BPM,
Okay.
and it just makes a tick noise, and I am like, oh, I need to do something.
Ah.
So so with that, that was like step one, and now step two is like what should the thing that I do be? Is there like something that I need to check? Like what and to that end, I need to figure out what like my the weakest part of my game is.
Okay. So you're kind of on your own like 1 minute timer thing right now, and if you could be given something that maybe would most out of everything improve your game to consistently check, that would be
Yeah,
useful for you.
yeah, I would say so.
Okay.
That's yeah.
Cool. Do you have a couple replays in mind or one replay in mind? Like what do you have for me today?
Yeah, I have like 3 replays. I will just send you all of them. Can think about like which one is the best.
Okay.
Um,
Um why these three games? Like do you have any idea for these specific ones, like what they stood
um,
out about?
so you said like close games, so these were like some of the closest games that I could find.
Okay.
That's pretty much it. One of them is a ranked 5 stack game that is quite a bit higher average than my own MMR. But I think it's more or less fine. It is of course a little different.
Yeah, I mean we can maybe check out one of the solo ones first and then do the party queue one
Sure, sure.
maybe second or depending like whatever order we want to do, but more so get an idea of what your games look like first. What's going on here? Oop, try that again. Are any of these games perhaps a private game, or is this my Dota being buggy?
I don't think any of these are private games,
Let me
no.
try. Let me try this other one. Okay, this one worked. I'm gonna try loading Dota again real quick. Sometimes it just
Hmm.
sometimes it just bees annoying. So this is the party queue game. It looks like.
Yeah.
I'm gonna quickly have to reshare my Dota. Try that first one again. Okay. For some reason Dota doesn't like to cooperate sometimes.
Hmm.
Okay, so you're Puck in this one, and you are. What are you in this last one? You
I
are.
think it's Puck Ember Spirit?
Looks like
Or Ember
Ember
twice
again.
actually.
So Puck, Ember, Ember. Okay.
Yeah.
And those were some of your favorite heroes that you listed, so that makes sense. I know you're a pretty traditional mid lane player in terms of your hero
Yeah,
pool.
I like the spirit heroes.
Yeah. Um, so one of my things I'm doing nowadays, this is a new implement just starting with you, but I would like to ask you, what do you think the mid laner's job in the game is, in your own words?
Set the tempo. And
Okay.
I like playing fast heroes, so usually I try to play pretty fast.
What does set the tempo exactly mean to you? Or maybe like what does fast mean to you? Like what does it look like?
So it means run around and kill people, basically. And like the heroes I play are usually setup and damage heroes, so I can rotate around a lot and just kill people.
Okay. Yeah, they're also pretty low cooldown as well.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Okay. Let's download this one too. Let's start with that. I mean, we can either do like 2 Ember games, so we start with this one and go to the other one, or which one do you want to start? One of the two solo queue games, the Puck or the Ember?
Let's start with the puck game.
Okay. For some reason that didn't work. Oh, it didn't recopy. Let's see. Okay. Fucking crazy start. Okay.
Yeah. It happens surprisingly often.
Vector getting a double kill or triple kill.
And then disconnecting.
And you microing him. It's pretty funny. Okay. Okay. So my thought is when you're creep aggroing, what goes through your mind at a moment like this? Like where it's underneath your tower, he's like gonna contest all your CS. Like what's going through your mind in this case? Like right around now.
Um, I think honestly, I'm just thinking I'm gonna lose most of these last hits
Why?
because tower plus storm, like even with just a tower, it's kind of hard to last hits. Puck doesn't do that much damage.
Okay. So,
What's going through my mind? The bottle. I don't have a bottle yet, and the runes are about to spawn. I don't know if I want to press a spell here to secure last hits because they're not staggered very well.
Okay, my thought is that runes are coming. You have full health, almost full mana. You still have 3 tangos. You're going to have bottle charges before you pick up the rune. And you're telling me that you're thinking you're not going to get the CS. So if I'm like mid laner, I'm always thinking that my 2 options are to defensively aggro and play for CS, or just like generally speaking, play for CS, or to fight the guy. Those are like the 2 choices I have. So for me, everything in this situation says orb this creep and hit the storm. Because if I just leave it as is, he's just going to deny my creeps.
Yeah.
So like,
yeah, that makes sense.
So what I see a lot that I struggle, because this doesn't apply nearly as much to carry, because with carry you can oftentimes defensive aggro your way out of things. But as mid laner, right, it's just like a much shorter lane, so defensive aggro is not as useful. So what I notice when I watch really good mid laners is oftentimes they'll just completely neglect CS sometimes. And it's not that they don't care at all, but they'll like orb the creep and miss 1 or 2 creeps in order to hit the guy 5 times. And that's not because they think hitting the guy is more important, but they come to this realization that based on the hero matchup for whatever reason, they just can't really get the creeps just playing for the creeps. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
So that's
Yeah.
why I saw this. And then funnily enough, you said it. You were like, yeah, I'm just kind of thinking I'm not going to get these creeps. And I would want that to turn into, I'm going to hit this fucker. Like, rather than
Yeah.
defensive aggro and not get the creeps.
So
You know what I
the
mean?
thing is,
Yeah.
I don't know if there. To me, I see like there's not a lot of value in hitting the storm because he also has 3 tangos and he's also getting a bottle very soon. So like we're trading regen, but it's not really gonna amount to anything in my mind. So it's like,
Well, you hitting him he leaves him with a choice. Is he willing to keep taking damage and deny you, or is he going to back off?
yeah.
Like,
And
what?
I feel like for him that choice that should be relatively easy. Like, yeah, there's no reason for him not to.
To take the damage? That's fine. But
Yeah.
my point is you're forcing a choice on him because you're in a situation where you yourself said he's going to get the denies because he's favored here. So rather than playing into that situation, make him make a choice.
Yeah.
That's what you're not doing in the mid lane as far as I'm seeing. Is your general CS mechanics are pretty good. Your general like fundamentals of like CSing under tower, there were some missed there and everything, but like it just looks like those were a bit off in the sense of like it happens, but like overall that looked pretty clean. But I don't see you really like dictating what this guy's doing at all. And this was like the first moment where I was really like, wow, why did he just not ever hit the storm here? And you're talking about like,
I think I tend to play quite passive as Puck.
Yeah, I guess
It's
what's
a
really
very weak hero
interesting
now.
to me is when I hear you say it, I could use that argument for never hitting him.
Yeah.
But
I think that's
go
kind
ahead.
of like what I end up doing.
Yeah. That's what I'm noticing. And so, okay, I'm going to get psychological for a second. So, and maybe this isn't the right track. Let me know if it's hitting afterwards. But one of my favorite things that Dr. K talks about is he talks about how when we view the insignificance of our individual tasks, we just do nothing. So, like, what he talks about is how, like, people who are struggling in life and consider themselves losers, rather than, like, breaking down what they think makes them a loser, and I'm not saying you're saying that, but this is the comparison that he uses. Instead of, like, saying, what's one thing I can do to work towards not being a loser, they instead say, I'm a loser. And even if I go to the gym, I'll still be a loser. And even if I like take better care of my skin, I'll still be a loser. Even if I make more money, I'll still be a loser. Like, so the point is that they make the problem bigger such that to the point where they feel like that's not going to fix this problem. So I'm just not going to do anything. Do you see like that comparison that I'm making to this Dota game where you're like, that's not enough of a problem to Storm. He's going to regen anyway. So I'm just not going to hit him.
Yeah.
But if you think that every time, what's going to result is you just never fucking hit him.
Yeah.
So I want you to think that like, because it's something I say this with like, with you specifically, I have more context coming into this coaching session than I did with other people, because you've been to so many classes and asked so many questions. Generally speaking, it's like hard to say for sure how to explain it to you, but I see that you've struggled to see the significance of small actions.
Right. No, I agree with that.
Yeah, so all I'm pointing out to you is like something we talked about awareness wise, and this is just going to be a question like core issues is focus on how often you kind of like dismiss or dismiss the importance of small trades, CS thing, like getting 1 CS for a nuke, like just little things, you know? How often do you use that as like the reason for not doing it? Because this won't be a big enough of a deal. And because for me, I'm just like, I'm just imagining if you do that over the course of a 6-minute laning stage, you know, that adds up, these little things. But each individual one, I cannot argue it's winning or losing you games. You know what I mean?
Right,
Like,
right, right.
I might,
Yeah.
just because you don't orb this creep and hit the storm, it's not why you're losing your games. But if you do stuff like this 20 times,
Right,
then
right. And it's
it
like
adds up.
this game was a while ago, so it's very possible that I don't actually remember what I was thinking in the moment. It's
Yeah,
very
of course.
possible that I just like missed. I just didn't see it, or I just wasn't paying that much attention. I was just like, I was thinking
That,
about something else. I don't know.
that's possible. But I'm just saying that the response you gave me about Storm,
Yeah.
like the trade being with Storm and stuff, it's very similar to other responses you've given me. And for me, like as a coach, I'm doing my best to identify the trends. I'm not always right or whatever. But for me,
Right, right.
it's the trend I see is I feel like I have to justify the significance of small things to you.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And so that I just want to
No,
bring
that
that
makes
to your
sense.
attention is I don't know how often that's actually consciously driving your decisions, but when you talk about your reasoning afterwards, it is driving your reasoning, like at least when you explain it to me. And what I've
Yeah, yeah.
noticed is like when I was gaining awareness about stuff, just in general, I mean, I'm still gaining awareness, but like when I was learning how to gain awareness, what I realized is when I talk about things like now, like you're talking to me about your game, that even though I'm not aware of it, that same line of thinking is dictating my decisions live. It's just I'm not aware of it. Like that's
Right.
so I just want to bring to your attention that these things that I'm hearing from you and that if you were to pay more attention to what you're saying in these sessions, like not just this, but class and people, like the things you say outside of the moment, you can almost for sure assume that they're also dictating your actions in the game. Now
Okay,
how
that's
you
good
go
to know.
from there is tough. But sorry, do you have any
Right.
questions?
No, that's good.
Okay. So that's the biggest thing in your laning stage that I'm seeing is just a complete lack of kind of hitting the guy, like you saving orb that whole time and then using it on the range creep. One thing that I really learned, and I think it'll apply to you, is just how often you can't win the heads up CS and you're just supposed to make the guy back off.
Mhm.
Like the only option you have is to hit him and say, fine, you're going to pay 200 damage to get these 3 CS or denies or whatever.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And you don't do that really at all. So that's what I want to just bring that. I'm just going to put application of this whole focus on small things when the raw CS battle doesn't purely favor you, then
Mhm.
making the guy react to your aggression, usually by backing or deciding to take a lot of damage, is your best bet. So that is
Yeah.
your the trigger is I don't win this CS battle. Like if both of like that was part of why I wanted to, like I think it's so beneficial to do the CS drills that I haven't had time and headspace to actually organize that event, and but I think it's super important for a lot of people, including yourself, is that like you can see what happens in given matchups if you only play for CS. Like you'll get an idea of
Yeah.
like I can't do that. And then you can see how the importance of that hero hitting people more like goes up and up and stuff. So I used to really struggle on any ranged heroes with low damage because a lot of times I'm going to try my best to describe this. If I'm a ranged carry with low damage, like let's just talk about this. If I'm a ranged carry with no damage, I'm just going to quickly say I'm a ranged carry and I'm sitting right here. If I wait until this creep is already dead to decide to hit Centaur or not, he's just going to deny the creep and take 1 or 2 hits, right?
Yeah, yeah.
But if I start hitting him now, then he's deciding to stick around the creep for 4 seconds and get hit 5 times or back off. So a lot of this is predicting ahead of time, oh, it's coming into my tower. He has higher damage than me. He'll get the denies if, like, it's not fair to me. I'm dealing with a tower. I'm dealing with creeps. I'm dealing with his denies while he's just fucking with me. Like, he has nothing else to do. You know what I mean? And so, like, in those cases, it's a lot of times underneath your tower where we just need to hit the fucker. And I used to suck at this. I used to suck really badly at this. And it was this
Yeah.
that this was how I logicked it out. So does that logic kind of make sense?
Yeah, no, it makes perfect sense.
Okay.
It's something that I do. I feel like I do it on most heroes, but on Puck, I feel a little bit more scared for some reason.
Hmm. Interesting. So
Oh,
you
for
feel
some
that
reason
it's
here,
more
I
of a
decide
puck
to
specific thing.
go psycho. You know.
Yeah, and then you just instantly gone
Yeah.
psycho. That was kind of interesting. You kind of did a
It's
180 there.
because I hit level 5. Because in my mind, Puck is like useless until you get level 3 orb, and then level 3 orb is super strong. That's kind of how I
Hmm.
see Puck.
Oh man. Okay. Hmm. That makes so much sense. Oh god, that makes so much sense. Okay.
Yeah, maybe that's not entirely correct. I haven't played that much Puck recently, but yeah.
It's not that it's not entirely correct. What this is saying is that if I don't have my BKB, I'm gonna farm back here. If I have my BKB, I'm diving fountain. That's your two options.
Yeah.
Like that's what I hear from you. Like, but while I don't have BKB, I could farm here. I could maybe show up to a fight that's already occurring, but they're not gonna cast spells on me. Like, you're all in or nothing. You're like, I'm either strong or I'm not.
Yeah.
So that's not how Dota works. It'll get you to like,
Yeah.
it'll get you to 4.6. I don't doubt that. Like if you execute on your timings when you're strong. But if you're playing either very passive or very aggressive, because like I saw that, I'm like, damn, a light just fucking flipped. Like,
Mm-hmm.
like he just went fucking ham on that guy out of nowhere.
Yeah.
I would have not expected that to be the same player, basically. Like if somebody showed me that clip and showed me the first 2.5 minutes, I'd be like, that's not the same player. So my notes real quick is where's how do I fucking there we go. You operate as a 1 or a 10. There is
And
2 through 9.
there's a nuance in how strong you are at each point, and that's
Yes.
I think I'm just like underestimating Puck a little bit. That I think like, oh, she's useless early and then becomes OP or something.
I really need you to see, like, it's not that I need you to see it, but I really hope you see what I see. It's like, you're either a winner or a loser. You're either useless or powerful. Like, that's why I try to tell people don't play to win, play to improve, because playing to win is so black and white. And it's like really dangerous when you start thinking like this, because, yeah, it limits the nuance. It prevents you from seeing the nuance. So I'm just drawing attention to you how often I've had these conversations with you about, like, playing to win, I'm weak or strong. Like, it's the same thing. It's very, you said it yourself, it's lacking nuance. So, I mean, for me, it was just simply drawing attention to how often I do that. Meaning like, oh, I'm doing it again. Okay. Let me know if you have questions. I'm going to keep going. We spent a decent amount of time on the lane.
Yeah.
Okay, nice. Got a kill on Storm. Okay, rune's coming up. Going Urn, okay.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I was experimenting with this.
Yeah, I could see how that would work. I don't know enough about Puck's nuances, but I could see how it could work. So you're calling for Storm missing, probably.
Oh.
You have Coil, but you're in a shield rune. You're just going to hit the tower. Seems fine. Yeah, you're pinging your teammates. You're pushing. Not much else you can do right now. He's kind of just running around the map, griefing himself a little bit. He did get a kill, but I'd much rather be you in this circumstance. It is shitty that your safe lane tower died. Okay. That was a nice move by the opponent. Okay, so the way I feel this game going out is that the opponent's clearly making a lot more moves that they're running at us, and I'm going to assume that they're going to run at us a lot. Like, that's just what I'm seeing so far. Kind of calibrating to the game. So you're going to start making a move yourself. Okay, that is a nice coil. Yeah, this is good. Okay. You're going to TP top. Oh, yeah, that's kind of griefing your Spectre a little bit, I'll be honest. I can see why
Did he TP before me?
No, what I'm saying is I can see why you did it, but look at the respawn timers.
Oh, yeah, I didn't even know that's not.
Yeah, so
that's something I'm bad at noticing for sure. Like when people are spawning.
I'll just tell you that, yeah, as a carry player, this is super grief. Like, I actually hate you. Not like
no, that makes perfect sense.
Not literally, but I like in the game, I'd be like, come on, man.
Yep.
So, The thing for me is this does matter with respawn timers, but what I would like to point out is if you're carry jungles, you're much more willing to do this. So at the start of the game, I think you should ask yourself, so beginning of game question for this is, can my other cores jungle fast?
Right. Yeah, so
Because
that's usually for
go
me.
ahead.
That's like a reactionary thing, right? Like I see the wave pushing in, I'm like, oh, let's go there.
I get that. What I'm trying to say is that if you don't think about this at the start of the game, there's no way you're going to have the thought process in the middle of the game. So what I'm saying is, if you at the beginning of the game ask yourself, can my other cores jungle fast? If the answer is no, then during the game, you will need to spend an extra second before you TP to think about if that affects your teammates.
Right. If there's someone that's about to TP, or
Yes.
maybe they're a little late or something,
If they can't,
or they happen to be dead.
honestly, if they can't, I think you should delay TPs by like 2 to 3 seconds to think if it affects them. In the long run, you won't delay your TPs. But like in the short term, whatever your gut feeling is to TP, we need that 2 or 3 seconds to be processed against what you think about at the start of the game. Oh, like that guy can just farm jungle, it's fine. But like in this case, Spectre does not. That sucks for Spectre.
Yeah.
And it's also like on top of everything else, it's 11:39. It's great if you push that wave, push the next wave mid. Like you just TP mid, push the wave, push the next one, and pick up a rune. So there's like a lot of reasons that this TP is really bad. For you and your Spectre. But for me, I can tell you that a big part of your job as a farmer in the mid lane, if you're being a super optimal mid lane player, is to know how it affects your side laners. Like, it seems like a small or not a small thing. It seems like oh, you're trying to solo grind, but like I talk to carry players, like I talk to them a lot. Obviously, a lot of my students are carry players, and I tell them that when your team's fighting and you don't go clear waves and push towers and pressure, you're effectively taking net worth from your teammates. Like you as a carry, if you're not creating pressure, means your teammates will have less farm on average, right? Like that's that's the carry equivalent. For mid laners, it's this. Like it's this TPing in front of them, taking the farm that you're more versatile to get. You're like more survivable, you're more mobile, you've got lane clearing nukes. So you've got more options, right?
Yeah.
And if you're taking their few options when you have more, that's the equivalent of a mid laner lowering artificially the net worth of their teammates.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I think I do realize it because I walk away immediately like, oh shit, sorry, Spectre.
Yeah, and we want this to be... The thing is, with this type of stuff, I've learned it time and time again. If you don't think about it pregame, you're never going to fix it. Because you'll still do it sometimes. But what's going to happen is you are connecting... If I think this way, this won't happen. And then during the pregame, you'll put more of a sense of urgency in certain games and all that kind of stuff. But it's what we're trying to do. If you're not thinking these questions pregame, how I mentioned it earlier, which is when you respond to me, you give this reasoning, but you're not consciously aware of it during the game. We have to get you connecting in-game decisions to the way you think outside of the game. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So that's the pregame questions, and that's why we have to connect the two. We have to.
Okay.
For you especially, I think that's really important. I mean, it's important for a lot of Dota players, but for you especially. Because I would say when I talk to you outside of the game, I wouldn't, like, if I had never heard you play Dota before, you don't give me the vibe that you have low self-awareness. But when you talk about your Dota play, I'm like, you don't have any self-awareness. So it's like, it's funny for me. So what we have to do is draw upon your skills, draw upon your ability to be aware elsewhere and get it into your Dota games, basically. That's how we have to do that. And this is how I think it can be done, but I'm not sure. So you get a little caught off guard with this Orchid. Okay.
Yep.
But still, 4 for 2. It's not bad. What's Spectre going? Okay. Okay, Got an illusion rune. That's pretty pog.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you don't queue up a Yules. Interesting.
No. I never buy Yules anymore.
Why?
I don't really know why. It just feels bad.
Okay.
I'm gonna end up buying a Manta this game, actually.
Okay. I'm not a puck master, and somebody might disagree with you, but I think this reigns true for every hero in Dota 2. If there's a one-on-one matchup on the map where that guy solo kills me if I don't buy an item, and he no longer threatens me at all if I buy an item, that item is too good.
He doesn't solo kill me.
But what I'm saying is, okay, sorry, him +1.
Okay, yeah, plus.
He will kill you with it. Like, if he has an orchid, he threatens to kill you. If he doesn't have an orchid, if he silences you, he threatens to kill you. If he doesn't silence you, he can't kill you.
Yeah.
That's what I mean by this. So it's like, yeah, if they have Legion Sky, it's like, I'm going to buy a Lincoln's because even if, like, by the time Sky silences me, I'll have moved. You know, it's like, they're not going to perfectly coordinate fucking silence into Legion Duel. But it's like, the point is that, like, whatever their catalyst is for killing me, if I can remove that, I will always do it. And it's like, the thing about Shaman is that he's less of a threat simply because, how do I word this?
He's a support. There's a couple different reasons.
There's a lot of
He doesn't
reasons.
have mobility.
Yeah, exactly.
He doesn't have a lot of range. He gets silenced easily.
Yeah.
He's kind of slow.
Exactly. A lot of reasons.
I do also have an Omni. So I can't really entirely explain why I do this, but to me it generally feels a lot better to not buy Yules, or even on heroes. Like, I do this on basically every hero I play. Ember, Quap, Void, Puck. Not only do I never buy Yules, I usually delay the Dispel item until quite late.
Why, you think?
It just feels better. I generally feel quite weak if I have a Dispel item.
Okay, here's why you feel weak.
Yeah.
Here's what I want you to understand. I'm going to pause for a second. Okay. So I'm gonna fast forward for a second.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, I can't help. Maybe I'm wrong here. Why are you mid right now, actually? I know the rune just spawned, but why are you mid now? Like, the rune got taken, why don't you leave now?
Wave is coming.
Okay, but can't Coddle and Techies clear that? They're pretty good at that.
Yeah, but I want it.
Why do you want it?
Money.
Okay. So why don't you just go farm one of the other lanes?
Bottom lane is like pushed up a bit far. Nobody's there. Top side, there's a hero.
Well, what I'm saying is, why not like farm this area and kill this here?
Jungling is not great on Puck.
Well, we're talking about. I've watched a lot of streams of Pucks orbing this camp into this camp.
Yeah, okay. I mean, it does happen.
Yeah.
I think I also kind of want to play with my team.
Why?
I'm kind of down to fight.
I think you're playing with your team because you died a storm. Am I wrong?
I mean, that's probably also true. Yeah.
Okay, so my question, my thought exercise for you is: what potential area on the map can I farm without this dispel, and versus with having it? Like, I wouldn't be here as you because I don't have a dispel, but if I have a dispel, I would be here. That's how I look at it, and it's another cumulative sum of how much farm can our team have. Why am I playing with my team? So if you're saying you're down to fight, this lines up with you telling me at the start of this session that your job is to set the tempo, play fast, and fight a lot.
Yeah.
The way you set the tempo of the game as a mid, especially split pushers like Ember and Puck, is by applying pressure the opponent can't deal with by yourself.
Okay.
So like as Ember, being sometimes you'll even see really good Ember players like minute 8, they're like down here cutting a wave. You know, like who fucking like there's a drow here. They've like walked down here, cut this wave, and this drow knows he's gonna get dove, and they just can't do anything. You know what I mean? Like, that's pressure. That's like setting the tempo of the game, is being as far up on the map alone as often as possible, and the opponent just can't do shit.
Right, so that's not what I'm doing.
And that's not what you're doing.
What I'm
And
doing is providing catch for my 2 backline nuking supports.
yes, and we came to the session today with, obviously the implied goal of what does BSJ think I need to improve on? I think you need to learn to expand your farm on the map and balance that with killing people.
Okay.
Like what I would rather see is you clear these 2 camps, clear this wave, and if you see an opportunity to go kill somebody, you TP to your team and smoke. So like I would
Okay.
want that to be probably in 20 seconds because I see this.
Right. Yeah.
Rather than being with your team when you don't need to be. That's like what I call this, is being with your team when you don't need to be. That's how we set tempo. We force reactions, we make map plays, and then we get favorable fights off of that on crucial times. Does that make sense? I don't know if that makes sense in order of applying it, but
Right. So use is better for like playing the map and like weaker for fights. Something like that. Okay.
It's mainly that is exactly correct, but you are prioritizing always fighting items. You
Yes.
need to buy map items to do your job.
Yeah.
Because map items let you scale.
Yeah.
Right? That's how they work. Map items let you scale. So if you buy more map items, you will scale. If you buy too many map items, you hurt your team. But for me, if you go like Vessel into Yules and the rest of your items are super fight heavy, that's usually a really good balance for mid laners. A lot of mid laners will buy like one low to medium tier item, like 2 to 4K gold item that like keeps them alive to like the one thing that kills them, if there is. A lot of that's like the balance mid laners have. Carries usually buy like 2 farming items. It's like Battle Fury Manta, but even the Manta is like a survivability item for the map. You know what I mean? Like Manta at 17 minutes in fights doesn't really do much for me, but on the map, it does a lot. So that's how I want you to know that your first, second, or third item, usually your first or second item, will be, if there's a way that kills you that you can easily solve, it should do that. If that makes sense.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay. So we don't want to completely change your identity as a player, but I do believe that this is like what I would have loved here is this exact move where you had cleared bottom and then smoked from here. Like that would have been so sick.
Okay.
Like, or you can even TP in front of your Omni as he's coming here and make this exact same move. I don't want to tell you don't make these moves, but it's going to be you separating from your team and then combining with them. So what I don't like about this death is you're the guy on the map that is supposed to be by yourself, and we're just chilling with the team mid instead of like fanning out, clearing this, clearing the next wave, and then coming back to our team. That's what I would have wanted you to do here because your ult's on cooldown for 40 seconds. So it's like quick efficiency play through the jungle, clear this, come back to mid, pick up the 22-minute rune, go again.
Yeah.
And so we can rewind all the way to this fight where you kill them. And so go right here. Right here, I want you heading towards bottom or the top tier 1 tower, one or the other. If you want to help Spectre kill this, that's fine too.
Okay.
But I also know your options are heavily limited because unless you're near your saves, like Storm +1 will kill you. So like it's just something that, we want our items to allow us to do this. Okay. One thing I've gotten in trouble in the past is like, I'll overdo it and buy like too many map items. Carry players sometimes fall for that trap. Okay. Yeah, this is so interesting because I see this situation and I'm like, we have no ults, teammates are dead, lanes need to get fixed. I'm gonna like blink orb this wave, and then I'm gonna like walk towards top, and if Spectre takes it, then I'm gonna take these camps, and then I'm gonna get the 24-minute rune. Like that's what I would do here. Because we don't have ults, our save is dead. I know Spectre has haunt, so maybe you're baiting for it, but I don't see the difference between doing this, letting Spectre TP here, and then make a move. Like,
Yeah.
in terms of the move is still the same. Do you know what I
I
mean?
think I'm just kind of bloodthirsty, I think.
That's what I mean. You are.
Yeah.
Yeah, you absolutely are. And so I kind of knew in the sense that, like, based on what you told me your role in the game is, that was probably going to be the way you leaned. Like, there's no perfect answer, but I can tell you that there is a theoretically correct balance here to, like, each one you're doing. And you're definitely, like, if there was one, like, you talked about having this metronome of things to do in the game, since, like, obviously I can only give you so much in classes for exactly what you're supposed to do. After having this discussion with you, I think the number one thing is, what do you do between cooldowns and map play? Like, basically separating from your team for efficiency and regrouping at optimal times.
Okay.
For you, I think that's actually by far your biggest mid game thing. Mid to late game. Big thing. And this includes items though. But, like, so if I want you to think, for BSJ, I'm optimizing being able to play away from my team and then group up with them again. My items have to allow me to do that.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm just going to put there just so the connection's obvious in the notes. My items must first allow me to do that. Then you will probably play your items normally after that. Like, whatever you normally do with your items is probably good. You know what I mean? Because you do fighting items. We just need that one step back for any particular item that keeps us alive on the map.
Right.
Okay.
Like you start Vessel, and then if you need it, you go Eagles or something.
Yeah, just any, like, everybody's. I've seen so many different takes on this. It's just a storm with Yule, a storm with Orchid. I think Yule's is by far the best option. But, like, I've seen people who go, like, we've seen Manta Storm sometimes. Like, I've seen mid laners occasionally, like, rush a Lotus because the opponent has, like, so many roots and silences.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that's Puck viable. I'm just saying you can even rush a Ghost Scepter if you're dying to a Clinks with Orchid. You know what I mean? Just buy a Ghost Scepter so you don't die to that guy.
Yule's feels kind of bad because it also stuns you for 2.5 seconds. Basically.
I understand. You can orb, but then Yule's, right? Like, you can orb Yule's yourself and then go to the orb.
Should be able to, yeah.
Actually, that would only be if you do it before he silences you. Yeah, I mean,
have to time it right.
Yeah, I mean, I understand what you're saying, but that's not very good in fights. Agreed.
Yeah.
But that's pretty good on the map. Like, buying yourself 2.5 seconds, you'll be able to orb afterwards. Like, if you Yule's yourself, silence into the guy or whoever's near you, and then you orb away. Like, I don't even play a lot of Puck, but that's happened to me like a bajillion times. Like, playing against Puck.
Of course.
You know what I mean?
Puck is the one that is, like, the Yule's is the best on compared to, like, Ember, Void, Quap, whatever.
Yeah, and the major emphasis is, I'm saying, like, if you're playing these heroes that can play alone on the map with one small item, that is so strong. Like, just in Dota in general. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's why sometimes we'll even see Embers go, like, second item BKB, because they just need to be able to play the map by themselves, and there's just, like, no other item that lets them do that. You know what I mean? Like, they'll be against Puck plus, like, Earthshaker or something, and there's just, like, no way they can play the map without a BKB. So, so for me, that's like, this separation from your team aspect of Dota is definitely what I'm seeing lacking. That's like 100%. We can move on to the Ember game if you would like, or what would you like to do for the remainder of the, like, maybe 20-25 minutes?
Let's check the Ember game.
Okay, which one? The party queue game or the solo queue?
Let me do the solo queue one.
Okay.
Because that one was pretty recent, if I remember correctly. That one was.
Do you want me to also watch the laning stage for this one, or should we kind of just zoom past that? What would help you more?
You do, like, a quick glance. It is okay. It does feel quite different to play lane as a melee hero.
It does. And you're also against Necro, most likely, which is kind of an ugly matchup for you.
Yeah. Yeah, I did second phase my hero this game.
But he started the lane really low, so that let you run out.
Yeah, my supports decided to throw some nukes at him, which is quite helpful.
Yeah, okay, so you're actually getting... Okay, I can tell you play a lot... Okay, I don't doubt that when you're stronger than the guy, you will play very aggressive. I don't doubt that at all. So I'm tweaking what I said earlier to, yeah, just reminder, make sure you're not at a 1 or a 10. Usually
Yeah,
when
yeah,
you're at a 1, you probably should be at a 3 or a 4.
yeah, yeah. So in this case, I saw he was very low, so I knew I had an opportunity to probably kill him, so I went for it.
And you're like walking past the wave and being like, what I'm saying is you're not just being aggressive and killing him. You're like posturing past the wave, going back to get the CS. There's like a lot of little things you're doing that are properly executing aggression. Do you know what I mean? So I'm saying like I see a lot of good things there. So like I'm just gonna when you are supposed to be aggressive, you're good at it. And we just need to turn your ones to a 1 through 4.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's what we need to do. Um, okay. I'm curious why you went back for Flame Guard. Is that just the ideal way to play against Necro?
Yes. Well,
Okay.
I probably is
Okay.
my guess.
Okay.
The other thing as well is that they have a lot of dispels, so I don't really want to max chains.
Oh, okay. So, yeah, with Largo and a Abaddon. That makes sense, actually. Yeah, that's a good
Yeah.
adjustment. But not even lane. Like, it's not just lane specific. It's for the game as well.
Yeah. Although Largo can also dispel enemies. I
Yeah,
forgot
but
about that. So, yeah, not much
you're
I can
more
do about that
concerned
one.
about running at that guy than him running at you, so.
Yeah, that's true.
Um. Okay.
Despite the kill advantage, this guy still kind of bullies me.
No, this matchup's really bad for you. It just is less
Yeah.
bad because you killed him, but it's still bad. Okay, I mean, this is pretty good, though. You're gonna Remnant and TB home. You got a DD.
Bit unfortunate.
Okay. Interesting. I'm so interested that you don't, like, in these cases, like right here, if I was you, I would walk back and stack this camp.
Stack a camp. Yeah, I don't think I've ever stacked a camp as a mid laner.
Because, like, right now I'm thinking, what I'm thinking is you
I
don't,
don't think I have the. Do I have the time for that? Because his wave
100%.
is right by the tower.
100%
I
watch.
guess
Like, what's going to
he's
happen with
just
the
gonna
wave is this. Like,
he's just gonna push it,
he's
right?
going to
Yeah,
do
he's gonna
this,
pro.
and you're going to be at 653 or right here, and then you're pulling it, and you're going to walk back to lane, maybe miss the CS on one creep. But,
Yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah.
you'll get the
Okay.
experience for it. Because, like, you'll be walking back right now. So, like, then you'd be doing this, doing this, doing this, doing this, doing this, doing this, and you're back. Like, this is where
Yeah,
you'd be.
maybe miss once. Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
but you'd get the XP, so you're effectively stacking for a trade, and you're a hero that can stack. My thought is like when you can't push the wave ahead of that guy, there's other things to do in the game. You know what I mean? And you're not doing the other
Right.
things.
Okay.
That's my major emphasis there. But like you know, he left, and you're gonna immediately push the wave. That's good. You're walking towards them. Yeah, that's a nice gank. Okay.
TP
I think if you
farm.
plan to walk at them like this, I'm curious, like, because I don't play a shit ton of Ember, but I feel like if I was watching Embers, they would Remnant the mid lane before Rune
Yes.
like this. Like, they'd Remnant at 8 minutes, they'd Remnant right here. So, like, right now, if
Probably
I were
should have.
you, I'd Remnant right here. Is that just a lapse in awareness right now, or?
More or less, yeah.
Okay. Because that's what I would have done there. Because you end up TPing back for the Rune, which I don't mind. It's just obviously worse than Remnanting. Or would have required Foresight, though. Okay. Okay, making a lot of moves on the map.
Yep.
You're gonna return back to your lane in time. That was, yeah, this is all very good. Hmm. Running into the Doom. Oh, okay, you have Earthshaker Blink or some shit. Okay.
Yep.
You guys must have been calling that. Yeah, you're pretty good at making sure your lane doesn't get like pushed in for free. I'm actually surprised you completed the vessel with all the dispels, like you mentioned.
Yeah, it's just like, how were we gonna kill Necro without a vessel?
Hmm. That's fair. I think you guys do have a lot of burst. That's fair.
There's a Largo too, he heals a lot.
Nice. Yeah,
But
they
yeah,
got you the
he would have
kill.
not have
So
died there without the
yeah,
vessel.
that's for sure.
I think they could fight me.
Yeah. I would have definitely gone for the. Oh, okay, you got it. I see. Hmm.
Get hit by this damn frog. Oh.
Hmm.
That guy actually just outplayed me straight up.
What I
He
find to be
had
so interesting here
yeah.
is that I'm making a move aggressively on the map by myself, pressuring a tower with the intent to take the next creep wave.
Mhm.
All of this is map play. Why aren't we laying a remnant behind us right now?
Probably a little bit of overconfidence. No.
Because all you care about is kills, and a remnant behind you means less kill threat.
Exactly. Less remnants to throw at the enemy.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I understand that. Like, I kind of asked that one sarcastically after having the session with you. So even your ability usage, you're hampering yourself because you're saving all of your spells for fighting.
Yeah.
So, like, I want to point out to you what I see here is Solo taking a tower, taking a wave on the enemy side of the map, and having a get out of jail free card, and you're not using it.
Yeah.
Like, that's kind of
Mm-hmm.
psychotic. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
and I just want to show you, like, I'm just trying to help you draw the connection that you being bloodthirsty, not in this specific case, literally got you killed for no
Yes.
reason. So it's like, you know, right now you're operating under the assumption of how can I maximize my kill threat at all times, and I just want to bring to the attention how high value it is to be solo taking a tower to clear a creep wave in front of their tier 2 tower at minute 15. Nobody else on your team can do these things because they will die. And you don't have to die. Like,
Yeah.
but you do die.
Honestly, I think I can survive here even without the remnant
Uh,
if I
the,
don't get outplayed so hard.
the thing is, you could even argue that right now you could go lay a remnant back on this camp.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean,
you're
I could even just walk away when I kill the tower when I see the guy TP in, and it'll be fine.
no, what I'm trying to say is by laying a remnant behind you, you're allowing yourself to advance on the
Yes.
map. Do things
Yes.
that
Yes.
let you run at them. Like,
Yes. That's
I don't
true.
want that to be an option of I could have gotten out of here if I just played more passively. I want you to play as aggressively as possible using the tools your hero offers you, right? Like, that's how I'm
That's a
thinking
good
about
point.
it. So, like, you're not wrong. Like, you could have gotten out, but like then you're not cutting their wave at tier 2 tower. You know, and I want you cutting their wave at tier 2 tower if they can't do anything about it. You know, like if they can't stop you unless they bring 4 heroes. If they bring 4 heroes and you run it out, it's like hilarious. Like, that just fucks them. Did you
Yeah.
watch you were at class yesterday, right? Or were you not?
I was, yes.
Okay, you saw my TP out in front of their 4-man smokes. Like,
I did see that.
if we
It was very
see
cool.
I'm just trying to show you that for me, if I'm being honest about that Smurf game, the 2 game-winning plays were me dodging their 4-man plays. And I'm just saying, like, those are the game-winning plays, not like the team fights. Like,
Right.
if you are
Okay.
cutting a tier 2
Right.
wave and people try to gank you as 3 or 4 heroes, how often have we watched streams and there's like, can you guys stop chasing the puck? Can you stop chasing the ember? People do it.
Mhm.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
No,
Like,
they do. I mean, you kind of have to, right? You can't just let him do whatever he wants.
yeah. If you're just allowed to play in front of their base at 15 minutes, like they do feel like they have to do something about it. Absolutely.
Yeah.
You're right. Like that's what I was kind of saying earlier with the laning stage equivalent, but this is now the mid game. It's like make the person react to what you're doing. You know,
Right.
make them be like, this can't be happening. Yeah, so this death obviously unfortunate, but I know for a fact Thompson, because I've been watching him a lot, he would have remnanted this camp and then walked forward. Like at 1440, he would have
And
done
you
that.
see now I put down the remnant.
Yeah, you do it now. Yeah, we'd hate to have to learn to reset our play here, but I like to see that you are doing it. You're gonna run in. Funny because you didn't even use the remnant to get to the camp.
I don't even end up going to the camp at all.
Yeah, so you lay the remnant and you're ready to join your team. Okay, yeah, that's good. Okay. So you're gonna buy bots.
Yeah. So do I need to explain this? I at this point I want to go into map play mode because I don't actually think we're that much stronger than they are, or at least my hero doesn't function well against them if they group up. If the Abaddon and the Frogman are next to each other, it's rough. It's hard for me to play fights. So I would rather run around the map and split.
I see that. Yeah, okay, that's good. Good plays. Okay, yeah, you're definitely resetting way too often. I want you to just kill these 2 camps with your mana. Like, your remnant...
Yeah, I know I can do that. I do, well, I mean, 12 seconds for shield, for flame guard, but I want to get back out on the map as fast as possible.
I understand. I am aware of why you do things at this point. I'm just now pointing out to you what I think you should be doing so that hopefully you can see more facets of your game that you're not doing what I think you should do because you're prioritizing Bloodthirst. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So this is an example where I'm just like, get those 2 extra camps, bro. Get that neutral item.
Oh, yeah.
Get the rune at 20 minutes. But instead, we're doing whatever this is. You yourself said you don't want to fight them. Why are we not farming and taking rune and leaving?
Yeah, because they're like running at us and we still feel stronger than them.
I mean, it's different when they literally dive your tier 2 towers. But so, like, in this case, you guys get a kill. What do I need you to do right now, man?
I should TP somewhere, but I'm waiting for my bots.
It's cooldown right now, for sure, but right now, let's go. TP.
Bottom?
Yeah.
Yeah, bottom.
Yeah, TP out. ASAP. Where are we going? What are we doing?
Why
are you walking at people? What is this?
There's enemies. I get doomed and die. Oh my god.
You just don't know how to turn the farm switch on. You just don't. We're showing you in different examples, and I hope you see it now, like very clearly. It's after these plays, how do I separate from my team efficiently? Because you yourself said I'm buying these bots to split them up, and then you're not making the moves that split them up.
Yeah.
And when we want people to split up, very rarely do we want to play mid. I'm not going to go there, probably. Yep, I would have just kept pushing top. Instead, we're not. It's really funny. Like, I just look at this and I'm thinking, I don't want you to fight mid. Like, we've established this. You said yourself you don't want to fight them when they're a group. You said this, not me.
Yeah.
I don't want to fight them when they're a group. I don't want to run into them. You see them fighting your team as a group. Play your fucking hero.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Pop Flame Guard on the next wave. Clear these 2 camps. Clear the next one. Go ahead.
In my head, it's still like, well, there's like a level of nuance to it, right? It's not like we never fight or we always fight.
Okay, I need you to look at this because you told me what the default is, right? That's what you told me. So I want you to look at this and say, what about this looks good?
So my thought is we're so far ahead, we can fight them in the middle of the map. I see we're actually behind.
No. What it is your default is I bought an item to split push them. Yeah. If I see a fight that is not split pushing them, I have to see something that is so convincing that I'm supposed to go. Do you understand what I mean?
Right. Like a 5-man Echo Slammer.
Yeah. And you're like, oh, fuck, I'll TP. You know? Yeah. Like, okay. But like the point is you're like going towards a fight where you're like, my Slark's getting initiated on and bursted and they're all there and they're full HP and I keep going. You know, like it's fine if you want to walk this way. Like if we rewind, if you want to walk like this right now as you're watching it, and then you see your Slark getting chased, and you're like, okay, I'm just gonna. You can even consider leaving a remnant back here. You know what I
Yeah, yeah,
mean?
yeah.
Like that's an option too. I'm just throwing it out there. Like what I want from you is to play the role that you signed up for, meaning you bought this.
Yeah.
You literally bought bots. So
Yeah.
like, I just realized I said you bought this and they're bots. So you go back to your stuff, which isn't bad, but I want you to see how like there is a lack of sticking to your guns, I guess you could say.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um
Yeah.
that's how I kind of look at this. But you're gonna
Yeah. So I have to be scared of Doom a little bit.
now what's really interesting to me here is you see Doom and you forced a Largo there. You see two heroes. I'm curious why you don't walk back towards your team now.
Don't I TP there?
No, what
Oh
I'm
no.
but
Oh wait. Okay. Never mind. Yeah. Yeah. I see what you
but
mean.
you see what like what I'm saying is you forced them to separate. If you had it, you would TP, but otherwise you need to walk because
Okay. Yeah.
forcing people to separate is a small timing window. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
if
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
wait 10 seconds, then the opponent can get there too. So
Yeah.
like in this case, we would have walked towards our team, take this fight, and you're here. You're a game changer if you're here, right?
Right. I'm there like a little bit late because I wait for the TP.
Yep, exactly. So it's not separating when it says. So the whole idea is like I made that video about breathing on the map, which is like you separate to force them to react, and then you group up more efficiently, and then you kill people when they're outnumbered. Most of the time I was watching you, you're not separating properly to force the reaction. Then I see it here that you're separating properly to force the reaction, and then you don't use the reaction. You see what I mean?
Okay. Yeah.
So it's all about this, like for me with you, meaning like for you, it's all about this idea of efficiently playing by yourself and identifying what reactions mean you can play with your team now. Like, oh, we can go make a move now. Oh, we can fight mid if Largo and Doom are showing top.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that's what I mean by what is your reactions meaning. And we just want to be swift about this. It's like, oh, I didn't force a reaction. I'm very unlikely to go to a fight that's head on. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So a lot of times, like you're thinking, I can't 5v5 them, but if I'm a split pusher, this applies to pretty much every split pusher in the game. I can force a reaction and then fight them.
Yeah.
So it's not even about like what is Slark doing? Is this a good exception? It's more, did I do the reaction thing? Otherwise, they're just all there, aren't they? Like that's how I'm thinking. It's just like, oh, they must all be there.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Because I didn't force them to react, and I know that's how they want to play. Like, because I just see Necro, Abaddon, Largo. Like, that's just no stuns, super defensive, run around as 5. That's all their heroes do. They have, like, run around as 4 and an anti-mage who can get there really fast. So they're kind of effectively running around as 5
Yeah.
for the majority of the game. That's from. So I know we came into this. We're just going to kind of wrap this up in the sense making sure we send you off with good stuff. We came into this with you talking about the metronome and getting things on a timer. For me, it's much like after this session, my impression is it's much more about we like that you're a bloodthirsty player. When you're supposed to be aggressive, you do a great job, but you won't either play a 1 passive farming or you run at them. That's kind of in the lane. But then in the mid game, it's after the play, you don't separate, and leading into the play, you haven't forced them to separate. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. That was my impression of the coaching session. Did anything about that not align with your impression of the coaching session? Or is there
No, I
anything
think
you'd
that
like to
makes
add?
sense. Yeah, especially I think this game especially. I just felt like I bought these bots that should be very effective, and I just got lost in the bloodthirst. I just like see fighting. I just run there like I should.
Yeah, you kind of got lost in the sauce a little bit for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, I was thinking that. So the funny part about this is that you said that you can like you got that kill on Necro because you got the Spirit Vessel. What's funny to me is if I was planning on going bots, I probably would have gone earn like Mage Slayer Kaya Sanj, because Kaya Sanj just like makes me do the job better. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I was thinking actually in hindsight I should have just maybe even just skip the Urn and just go straight Mage Slayer. It's a really good Mage Slayer game.
Yeah, I'm just saying if you're going bots and your first item is intending to fight them, like it's not good at like
Yeah, but I mean, in the same thing, it kind of worked, right? Like we fought them early. I got a bunch of kills, and then it's like, okay, now they're gonna group up. Now we can't fight them anymore. Let's do the split push thing.
yeah, I guess my thought is did you have to kill that Necro?
Did I have to kill that Necron? You know, that's a weird question. Hmm.
Like was he such a problem? You know what I mean?
I guess not really, but it felt good killing him. So yeah.
The thing is, it's
That's a
like
good
if
point.
there's like a Necro that's just shutting down the entire map, he's got bots radiance, and like our team is literally cowering in base because we can't kill this guy. Then yeah, even if it sucks to build a Spirit Vessel against Largo Abaddon, I'm gonna buy one. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like, it is the question. Like in my head, I'm thinking you're effectively itemizing to kill him, and there is a balance between itemizing to farm faster and itemizing to kill people. Right? Like there is you
Yeah.
usually can't do both at the same time. I mean, there's items like Kaya, you know, that could potentially help you with both because they do you do more damage, but it's like I would largely consider Kaya a farming item, right? Because it gives you sustain and extra spell damage. So it's just one of those things where I just want you to see that this 2000, like, if you want to buy Mage Slayer as like a fighting item that also helps you survive on the map, because you know, it is a nice item on the map as well. It gives you a bit of damage on the creep waves. It gives you the ability to like slight the Necro and not just have to run away from him. So it's nice. But then like if I'm thinking I'd go like, you know, Mage Slayer and Nakia Sanj, and then maybe even Ags from there, depending on how the game's going. Like maybe you don't have to go BKB. I think at this stage you have to fight them because of what's happened.
Yeah.
So you go BKB, that makes sense. But if you don't end up in the spot where you have to fight them, you can go like Kaya Sanj, you know, Ag Shivas with no BKB this game, and you might just fucking own them. For all I know.
Yeah.
All theoretical. But
Yeah, that's the ideal build. That's the build you would want to go.
that's the dream. Ah,
Yeah.
I just want you to say that you don't win games by killing people. You win games by farming really fast and being unkillable. And
Okay.
if you can kill people along the way, that's fantastic. But what I want you to think is right now, you're skipping the farming aggressive part in order to kill people. But I actually promise you, if you start farming more aggressively, you will also eventually begin to kill people again. I'm not telling you to never kill somebody. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we just need to kind of reverse the order of operations a little bit, I think.
Yeah.
And I think for the short term, it's going to really, you're not going to be able to quench your bloodthirst as much. But in the long term, you'll work your way back towards it, I think.
Okay. Sounds reasonable.
Yeah, because I don't want to take away your playstyle. And I do admire aggressive playstyle. We just need to hone it in, or ring it in a little bit.
Right. Okay, so kills is not how you win games.
Yeah.
Farming.
Yep.
Net worth advantage.
I mean, there is a lot of parallels between Dota and real life. I talk about this all the time. A lot of times, in order to kill people, you just use a lot of money. You know what I mean?
A lot of money. Okay. Yeah. No, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
A little grim sometimes, but it is how it is.
What should I focus on? So I'm gonna go queue up a ranked game.
Yeah.
Like Ember and like what should I be focusing on?
What I want you to know is right now it's going to go in every ounce of your body tells you I need to optimize to fight these guys. I need to save spells, I need to buy items, I need to play with my team in order to fight these guys. What I want you to optimize for, like what I want you to think is what items allow me to accelerate my farm and allow me to farm aggressively on the map. Not only farm faster, but expand my area of farming. So, like, the difference between carries and mids usually is carries buy items that make them farm faster. Mids buy items that let them farm more aggressively.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Dangerous spots. Yeah.
And so that can come in the form of stuff like Kaya that just gives you more mana to spam your spells, and it can also come in the form of stuff like Yules and shit that just keeps you alive on the map. So I would want to see in your replay you submit that you were aiming to play away from your team as much as possible, force a reaction, and then make a play with your team.
Okay.
That's what I would want to see. So deliverables for replay submission, itemize and build to play alone and aggressive. as much as possible
Yeah.
while looking
They'll
to
just sit in the jungle.
yeah, exactly. I'm not telling you to just hit creeps. Looking to join your team after a reaction is forced. Balancing
Okay.
your farming or your items with 1 or 2 map play items. Like, so you went back for bots this game. That's kind of like a map play, but like, I think you need to start earlier.
Yeah.
Like, your map play can
Yeah,
start around 12, 15 minutes.
Yeah, and I think that actually would just go base layer, skip the vessel. That's-
I trust that if I tell you to optimize for this, you are a good enough player to just figure out your own way to do it. I don't want to tell
I
you
could probably
exactly how to
figure it out,
do it.
yeah.
I think I want you to figure out how to do it because that's the part where it'll give you long-term results.
Yeah. No, I can figure it out.
Yeah, I literally like the way you reasoned it during this session. So as long just it's really funny. I remember watching a podcast where a guy said like he's really famous now for like AI ethics and stuff and social media ethics, and he was talking about how back in like 2009 he predicted what was going to happen all these with all these social media apps, and his whole thing was, what are you optimizing for? If you're optimizing to retain people's attention, you're just going to get a bunch of dopamine addicted people. Like,
Yeah.
so it's the same thing here. We're just adjusting what you're optimizing for. That's all we're
Yeah.
doing. It's a
Yeah,
big
okay.
change, but that's all we're doing.
Yeah.
So that's what I look
Yeah, I
forward to
get
seeing
it.
in the replay when you submit it.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of fighting people.
I promise you will get to fight them by forcing them to react and get favorable fights. I promise. We're not telling you never to fight.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Sweet.
Okay.
Just know it's kind of like you really enjoy hiking, but then you never want to go to the gym, you know? And it's like, well, if you're out of shape, you're not going to like hiking very much. Same idea here.
Okay.
You're focusing on the hiking, but you're not going to the gym.
I
And
see.
the gym is farming, you know?
Yeah. Okay.
You feel me?
Yeah.
Cool. Any last questions, thoughts?
No, I think that was good. Yeah.
Sweet, man. I enjoyed myself as
Very
well.
helpful. All right.
Yep.
Thank you.
I'll see you around the classes and everything. Peace.
Yeah. Peace.